Hello, hi all of you. I want to go back to the anime again. I invite you all to continue with me today. The latest developments in anime, Elbaph. The two holy knights were about to leave Loki. Try to get up and keep challenging. The prince was quite puzzled when Sam has a face that looks exactly like Blue. Clear pirate and long, they're two completely opposite extremes. It's hard to blame Loki for being so prying. Sam did not hesitate to answer. Blue is his twin brother. There was a time, red hair has returned to the Holy Land, but the attachment to pirate life, he's no longer interested in that place. Loki feels so ironic when he had a feud with both the redhead brothers. The prince swore that when he got off the chains, he will avenge the 7 faithful servants. The enemy is trying to intimidate you, Sam. Clear the anger. Then the leader drew his sword and summoned Raw Wolf via head CB. The fall has awakened. Seeing this scene, Loki was extremely nervous. From the mouths of 3 wolves continue to grow out 3 sharp blades. On the other hand, Gunko, he's created an iceless bird with his powers. Sam ordered 3 heads of the CB fly out of the body, the rest of his body. He then turned back into a sword. Sam, I jumped up on the arrow and just left. Gunko, the leader, told Loki that if the prince is alive, feel free to come and get revenge. Loki felt that the enemy was playing a trick on him. If stabbed with a weapon, then he'll be in big trouble next. The CB's 3 heads spun in the air, then flew towards Loki at full speed, and then all 3 heads together directly into the belly of the cursed prince. Loki shouted in pain to show my disgust with the miserable dragonflies. On the way out of the Sam's steep, that the suppression of giants immediately sounds quite difficult. Maybe they should start with kidnapping the children first. To do that, they need to call one more person. Move to the castle of the fallen pond. Luffy's talking to 2 giant guards that you just found. He was very angry because they said he was attacked by red hair. Luffy never believed being born again would do that, because he's a very honorable man and don't beat the AI unreasonably. The giant soldiers, I'm not sure who attacked me. He looks very much like a 4-star. Maybe he's his brother. Luffy guessed that if she really has a brother, surely that person is not the bad guy. You've never heard your uncle talk about his family. I just know that I've been on a pirate ship since I was a kid. Luffy used to think his family was pirates. Joker except the crazy clown. At the same time, the mysterious man Kier is slowly heading towards the fallen pond castle. In another development, I'm going to visit Adam's treasure tree with Zipley girl, and he found a picture. Striking frescoes hewn on the trunk of the Gipule. Believe that these are children's drawings. A long time ago, it's fossilized and has become part of the bark. This picture is very historically significant. It's one of the cultural heritage of Elbaph. People wish they were painted about 800 to 900 years ago. It's in the middle of an empty century. The sign-up was quite surprising given this information, and the guy really wanted to show Robin it. However, this painting is a bit strange. Except for the giants, there's also the emergence of different races. Sipley explained in a history stream. Not a few times the world's races conflict with each other. However, they used to be allied like this. The giant girl has never been heard of. Because that Zipley, let's say this fresco, it could just be a child's dream. Inside the Owl Library, and then we started bringing out the Halei scriptures. After explaining, there are many different versions of the sun god, Banika and his dance. They appear in legends all over the world. The Bible has a total of 3 chapters. And each chapter represents a world. The 3rd is the world they live in. And it's like a prophecy. Robin looked at the scriptures. Harley and I want to read it right away. And this is what the sacred text Harley says. The first world, the ground burns in endless flames. Humans have surrendered to greed and touched the forbidden sun. The chained ones prayed. The sun god appeared. The god of the earth rages with the serpent of hellfire. He has plunged the world into destruction. Darkness falls, death reigns, and they don't see each other again. Second world, a breath that stirs the abyss. The forest god tamed the devil, and the sun has spread the flames of war. Those of the semicircle and a full moon have dreamed. Man killed the sun god to become a god. Stir up the wrath of the sea god. They don't see each other anymore. Third world, chaos reigns. The world is engulfed in a black hole, the annoying remnants of the promised day, and listen to the voice of the moon echoing. Once again the sun will rise, dancing and laughing, to lead the world to the end. The sun will rise again, and a new dawn will rise. This time they will surely meet again. Inside the Out's castle, by the guards, the giant doesn't know where Loki's keys are, so Luffy's team had to keep looking though. They couldn't find anything, because this castle is so big. He knows the location of the key. It seems only you, Raijin, and other old giants. Of course he won't reveal it to Luffy's team, and let Loki escape. After a long struggle, they finally found the room, contains the throne, and walk in there. Everything has been damaged. Signs of the battle appeared everywhere. The house has also been completely destroyed. They noticed there was a circle, giant magic on the floor. So it's quite curious Nami given that. This is a kind of ritual, the devil or something like that. I heard that I was horrified, because there's something like that inside the royal chamber. Luffy himself found this circle very familiar. It's exactly the same as when the 5 elves showed up in Edge. Suddenly there was a voice calling out the name of the cuckoo. He said he always wanted to see him. This makes us feel cold in our backs. Is this the voice of the devil? Or rather the souls of the dead? For being too afraid, Joe decided to run fast outside. Shortly after that one, the giant axe is launched straight towards the Joe, forced him to throw Luffy's group away. Luffy, I found out that someone was sitting on the throne. I immediately realized it was family. San is a former pirate and a resident of Elba. He felt one unusual haki emitted from the previous castle is not here anymore, but instead he found Luffy's group. Rumor has it that Luffy's hat Straw is the one who defeated Kaido the Beast. That makes family. San wants to travel to Ono again. Roy then explained that San is the husband of her teacher Zipli and also her father. He laughed when he saw Luffy's group. Met his wife and children. She inherited a lot of the blood of giants. Even if you are a child of God, San is too big for him to carry. She's only 20 years old now, and although it has a young appearance, Zipli is also 80 years old. Jason doesn't want to marry a giant. After all, you're the only one getting old. Nami wondered how Sao that could happen. San jumped off the throne and talked to the group. He said that love is free. Races have blended not just a few times in the history, such as Bikania Dosen Zedat Long-Leg tribe, Long Neck or Goten. It's hard for these people to survive, but even though in the era there are always people who know how to adapt. Jojo noticed that the enemy seemed to know a lot of things. I asked him the true identity of San. He introduced food. I am a messenger of love with a proud face. Luffy felt that Sanji is likely to look like this in old age. Luffy doesn't hide his intentions. He immediately asked San where Loki's key was. He asked Luffy if he knew what kind of person Loki was, and what would you do if the worst happened. Of course, they'll beat him up and chain him up again. According to Gia-san, before Loki was arrested by the red-haired blue, no one is capable of stopping him. Luffy doesn't even know what kind of power he has, or he can cause damage. What was so confident though? Luffy and Jojo, turn your back and ignore San because he's talking too long. Nami tries to advise two teammates. Listen to the old man. But it didn't lose Yasan. I was a little surprised at the couple's straw personality, but then he smiled. When I remember my time together, Joker and Jaylee, then Joker. It's always boring, with the warnings of the last two comrades. There's no one to stop his decision. Back to the present, Gia-san asked to pour the Kia throne aside, go to a party in the village. I'm telling Usopp and the others about San. In the Joker Pirates, 2 members are stronger than the others. Beyond the King of Silver Darkness, Zilly, there's someone else. He used to take the Joker Pirate King for treatment at a hospital deep inside the mountain. Unfortunately, the hospital was surrounded by enemy pirates. He alone defeated hundreds of enemies with just 2 axes. After the battle, there is no more tree remain on that mountain. Since then, he's been known as the Mountain Eater. Back to the castle of the fallen shirt. A secret tunnel appeared soon after. Roy pushed the throne aside. Roy holds Luffy and the others in his arms. Then go down the stairs. It leads to the secret treasure room. I could see the wooden ocean strewn and empty. Nami is extremely disappointed. There's nothing worth seeing inside this castle. Currently, there's only one key left in the middle of the room. Before Luffy could get the key, Yasan jumped close to it then. He started taking off his coat and hat. Confirmed that the release, Loki is something that even the evil ones, I dare not do it either. Oimwa and Cassie are still talking about the legendary figure Goldie on par with and Silver Zilly. This man has lived in Elbaph for over 25 years, or in other words, San Iskar Copper Gaban, the left arm of Goldie Roger. At the same time, Gaban holds the key and is ready to face Luffy. If Luffy wants the key, you have to get over the character, this legend first. Luffy was confused, and I don't know why I had to fight Gaban. The Pirate King's left arm continues to challenge the Seulu. That's why Luffy decided to jump down. Meanwhile, Jojo, remember what you said about it. How strong is the boy's father right now? Luffy stretched out his hand to get the key, but Gaban easily dodged it. This makes the Kolu start to feel uneasy. You jump near Gaban, then try to get the key again in helplessness. See, so Gaban covered. Haki gets on the giant key and attacks Luffy. Luffy only realized that it was highly armed Haki, and was quickly crushed to the ground by the Gaban. I was horrified to see Gaban attacking me. I just hope he takes it easy on him. Nami also felt that. This man is really strong. Luffy needs to be careful. Tall boy, he came out of the rubble with an angry face, ready to avenge the strange old man in front of him. Gaban said that Luffy's straw hat is really beautiful, and it suits him better than a Kier cap. Hands towards Gaban, many times, but he really dodged too much. He explained that the hat was a treasure that was green. Please keep it for me. Give me the key now. Gaban laughed when he knew that he only asked Luffy to protect him. I can't believe he's so stingy. They get upset when the other person gets their wrong idea. At the same time, Gaban puts a key in Luffy's mouth. It made his head deformation according to the mold of the key. Then Gaban took both axes and prepared to attack Luffy with the crowd. Zoro is quite surprised by the power of old Gaban. Use a large attack with many powerful axes. Luffy dodged that attack, and Jojo blocked it partially with his 3 swords. The attack of Gaban destroyed one of the castle's towers. He secretly thought Luffy had a good team too. Luffy and Jojo start to get serious, switch to earphone. All of Luffy's clothes, and now they're all white. You're both ready to storm the Gaban. He smiled excitedly to see the true shape of the white soldier. Then Luffy and Jojo rushed to attack Gaban. However, instead of receiving it, his right arm king suddenly surrendered. Both Jojo and Luffy are upset when they are played by the enemy. Gaban pointed to the key on the ground. So the Seulu is not aggressive anymore, explained to the group Nami about the true identity of Gaban. But he stopped Gaban and picked up his shirt, put on his papyrus hat, and went on to say that when the Straw Hat Pirates leave this island, if Elba is safe, let them come to you again. Gaban smiling, walking while remembering the moment. Blue came to see him when he was at the waist. Gaban thinks he won't easily trust Luffy. I think Gaban would have thought that. You can do whatever you like. If I meet him. Transferred to Hippocampus, the children told Anne Goats that they saw a strange bird flying by, but when she looks up at the sky, it's gone. In a forest in the ocean near Sam's Walrus School. Surprised to see it even has a school. That way, their plan will be easier. Then 2 holy knights landed on a large tree. Gunko starts to put his hands out front, create a magic circle on the ground with the intention to summon his comrades. Immediately a ray, black lightning, is struck into the magic circle. More surprisingly, 2 holy knights were called in. The first was Saint Summer of the Sephirids. The second holy knight is the Gillingham Saint, is from the Limosip family. Not a while later, this duo just realized they're on the Elba Sam slope. Wonder why both were summoned when he needed only one. Gillingham replied that Sam Slope, he was brought back to the Holy Land by order of Superior. Magic Joy is going through a difficult time. The situation has changed since the Zivri conference. It's because of Sam's presence. The slope for the dragon is extremely important. Summer finished wearing his uniform. He knows that his mission is kidnap children here and take them to the Holy Land. Only the marked AI. You can walk through the magic circle. So the Horde, the Saints, will take the children back by ship. Slope, given that with their combined power, then an interesting game will be created now. Roy and Nami are bringing the giant soldiers back to the village. Pepper Ice Cap Straw complains there's no great treasure in the castle. I heard that, Roy. Because he was afraid that the soldiers— I can hear your words. Back to the treasure tree tour. Adam of Splay and Frankie. Straw Hat Ice shipbuilders say that there's more to Adam's tree than you think, Gippy. Explain that the giants lived on top of a giant tree. And that's why, as Sao has a rich history attached to it. Suddenly the Iron Man found out a branch of the Adam tree. The giant was cut down. Gippy explained that once upon a time there was a village called was on that branch one day. A bolt of lightning struck the village and burned it down. Problems with the old tree branches. This was once they caught fire. The fire will not be extinguished. To prevent land fire to other tree branches, Elba's residents were forced to cut off all the branches, along with the burning village up there. It can be said that lightning and fire are Elba's only weaknesses. Moved to the West Village. Nami is back at the party and talking to Usopp. Musky guy. The player is currently in a state of drunkenness. At the same time, the mountain man came. That Nami and Usopp are sitting. Usopp immediately introduced the genius of his group for him. Usopp then asked the king, what was the lady of the mountain? The hero of the giants replied, the kind you like is an older woman. Hear that, Usopp jumped up and struck the sword on the Yazin's head. That's why Usopp does it. It's because Yazin is the oldest person in the world. There is no older woman better than him, Nami. Smile when you see the look drunk of the shooter guy. She thought that Usopp and Luffy have achieved the dream of seeing their calves. That's why they're so happy, and Sanji is. Notice hate absent from the party, so he started looking for her. Switch scene to Jote. He brought the guards to his place. Hate to heal, hate to try to ask Jote what happened. John tried to hide the truth from her. So I hate to play a game. Moved to the Moon world. Luffy and Jojo went to Loki's place. I saw him in close proximity. Stop Luffy trying to unlock the chain. It's made of sea. It's so long that you get weak when you touch it. Then Jojo and the Cuckoo started arguing with each other. The swordsman, Straw Hat Tape, thinks it's not safe to release Loki raw yet. Jojo needs to talk to him. The prince first to determine who he was. Next, Jojo walked over to Loki and kicked his wound. Immediately Loki screamed in excruciating pain. This proves that the wound is not fake. Luffy felt like Loki was going to sell salt. Jojo objected. If he dies, that's his fate. Then the swordsman agreed to remove the chain. But I will keep one. The cuffs on Loki's ankles tickled. He said he was going to pick up Chopper. But because the owl library is so far away, they went to the village doctor. If you do that, then the giants, they will know that they want to free Loki. That means the whole team will be fired. She's off your waist. Luffy doesn't care. You're still going to find a doctor in the village. Luffy was about to head towards the village in front of him. Suddenly I heard something coming down from the sky. Then Rahazudin and his gang. That includes Sanji, falling from the sky with a boat of clouds. Hazadin had heard everything before. The road rushed down to stop Luffy and Jojo. Due to being in a hurry, the ice of the new Hazadin plunges down in a real way. That's how you normally feel, Luffy. Turn yourself into a giant ball to help them all. The whole group thanked Luffy for his help for one blow. Fall from a height, that would mean immediate death. Hazadin then asked Luffy not to release Loki raw. You shouldn't trust him. He's a very cunning and cruel man. Loki is an evil man who cannot be saved. Killed a person he called a friend just yesterday. He is the enemy of this world. Hazadin has known Loki since he was a kid. If he tells you, Luffy, whatever he hears in his ears, it's definitely a conspiracy. But it's too late to stop behind. Loki stood up with a face full of anger. His size must be said to be super giant Luffy. He looks no different than an ant. The cursed prince. The prince began to take up his weapon. With a wicked smile on his face, I see that. Hazadin started to panic and asked, Loki can use Nia's sprinkler hammer. Today's 1P video review is over. Thank you for your interest. Follow. See you in the next video review. Bye bye.